So today we're going to be taking a look at the Hidden Router VPN setup. This video was sponsored by Hidden Router. They've sent me this product and asked me to review it for you guys. So I'm going to go through what it is and how it can help you. And of course, for anyone that doesn't know what a VPN is a virtual private network. What it does is it encrypts all of your data between you and the VPN. And this means your ISP, the people that provide you your internet, they cannot see what you're browsing on the web. This means you can do whatever you want and they won't know, so it keeps your privacy intact. And it also means they are unable to block any website, so your internet will be completely unrestricted. But first of all, we're going to start with the unboxing of this device. The packaging is nice and simple. It's a very small box. When we open it up, the first thing we see here is the instructions. Now the instructions are simple. It gives you your username and password to log into the Wi-Fi, as well as your username and password to log into the actual admin section if you do need to make any changes. Next in the box, we've got the power cable and plug, nice and easy to put together, and this just provides power to the router. Next we have the Lan cable, so this is to connect the hidden router to your current router in order to give it the internet connection. And finally we've got the hidden router itself. You can see here it's a very small router. It can just sit next to your current router, or you can have it anywhere in your house. So when we look at the router itself, it's got a USB 3 port, it's got 2 LAN ports to connect to other devices, and it's got 1 WAN port which needs to be connected to your current router. So all you have to do is plug in the included network cable into the WAN port of the hidden router. We then take the other end and plug it into our current router. We then attach the power cable, turn the power on, and that is pretty much the setup complete. Now this device has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so it's not going to be a worry for any of you. But now let's take a look at the device and see how it performs. So some of you may be wondering what this is. It's basically an additional router, so you can connect to it if you want a device always on the VPN. You can either plug in a network cable to this and then into your device, or just connect to the Wi-Fi on the device and you will always have the VPN connected. Another advantage is for those of you with things like Xboxes or other platforms that don't have VPN applications, they can just connect to the hidden router Wi-Fi. They'll always be protected by the VPN. And when it comes to something like an Xbox, that is the only way you can use a VPN on it. So first of all, we'll take a look at the speed. Now because it's a VPN router, you have to go into the settings to change your VPN server. Luckily the guys over at Hidden Router set this up for you before they even send it out, so it is pretty much plug and play. For those of you that do want to access geolock content, they'll provide you with the list, so if you want a USA server, they'll give you the list to connect to. And when you purchase this package from them, you get the router and you get the service included, but you're not tied down to their service. When it runs out, you are able to use another VPN service, and the protocol they're using for their service is the WireGuard VPN protocol. It's meant to be faster, and from my testing, I've been very impressed with the speeds. So first of all, we're going to look at performance. I decided to get my Android box out and test on that. I first did a speed test without the VPN connected, and as you can see from the results here, I got 219 megabits per second download and a 9 millisecond ping. I then switched it over and switched to the VPN, and I was pleasantly surprised here as I got 210 megabits per second, so I hardly lost any download speed there, and the response time was 21 milliseconds. Normally when I'm using other VPNs, the latency is much larger than that, so I have been impressed here. And for those of you that use Wi-Fi, it is very simple to do. The great thing about having 2 routers, one on a VPN and one not on a VPN, turning your VPN on and off is as simple as changing Wi-Fi connection. So if I go to my Wi-Fi settings on the Android device, you can see I can connect to my normal router, then I'm using the internet without a VPN. If I want the VPN on, I just go into my Wi-Fi settings, connect to the hidden router, and then I'm using the internet with my VPN active. Now I'm just using the default password, which is private 1, but of course you can change that and customize it to your liking. So the positive to this is a very simple setup. As you can see, I just plugged it all in and it's working straight away. Now for those of you that do want to make changes, you can log into the router itself, and you can simply do that by opening up a web browser on your device and using admin.hiddenrouter.com as the address, or you can use 10.10.10.1 to connect to the router itself. Once we do that, we're greeted with the authorization login screen. So I've got the standard username and password, which is root for the username and root pass for the password, but this is all included in your instructions. Now, as you can see here, there are lots of settings you can change. So for those of you that do want to configure things, everything is fully configurable. You can change whatever you want, including the VPN servers and passwords. There's even other options. You can turn ad block on and off. For those of you that also want your VPN to block ads, it comes on by default, but you can turn that off if you want to allow the ads to come through. And for those of you that would ever want to change settings, you simply click on where it says interfaces on the left side menu. We then choose hidden router at the top, and if we go through, we can change the host. As you can see, mine's currently set to the UK server, but there's lots of options to change. We won't go through anymore, but it's pretty much your standard router settings. Now, as I said, this router supports 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so suitable for most people out there. I did some testing, and I would say the Wi-Fi signal is pretty much average. It performed pretty much the same as the router that my ISP gave me, so no problems there. And for anyone that would actually like to try this service, I've placed a link down in the description below that takes you to their page here. As you can see, you've got lots of information about it on the homepage. We can then go to pricing if you did want to sign up. Coupon codes seem to randomly pop up, so that gives you further discount. But if we have a look at the standard prices, you can see 1 month of the VPN service with the router is $200, so that is quite an expensive price. Whereas if you go for the year plan, it's $319. That's a year of the VPN, and it also includes the router. Now, when your service is finished, if you stick with their VPN service, it's $10 a month when there's no offer on, but quite often they have offers for 20% off. But that's pretty much it for today's video. So there's lots of information on the website here. There's also frequently asked questions if there's anything else you want to know. But if I did miss anything and you've got some further questions, just let me know down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thank you for watching the video, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel.